The greatest news, some of the greatest news in my life just happened. I can't say anything about it. Yes! Oh!
It's not every day we get to see Jason Momoa this excited, but if you were in his shoes, you'd probably be more excited. At least that's what not being forced to film with a known assaulter can do to you. While I don't intend to give any spoilers, it seems Jason Momoa has just confirmed some news about Amber's future in the upcoming Aquaman movie. And let's just say even DC might have finally opened their eyes to the truth about her, and they're not giving her a break. There's almost no way you could convince me that you're not interested in knowing Amber's fate as decided by the executives, so stick around until the end of this video to get the whole story. To most people, if anyone is supposed to have Amber's back, it should naturally be the people around her. But the fact that even they know she wasn't that great of a person tells you a lot. And it is probably in that same light that news from Jason Momoa just broke the entire internet after a video of him being ecstatic about news regarding Amber made it to the internet. Although Momoa did not expressly reveal the details of his excitement, well, it was more like he couldn't disclose the details because of some legal factors. But to anyone that's been following the case with Amber Heard, you probably know why he's so excited. The reason behind his excitement is that Amber might not be able to step back into the country because of her legal trouble with her insurance companies. But that's not even the kick of all this. The thing about this situation is that it might prevent her from being part of the rest of the Aquaman 2 shooting, hence the Game of Thrones star's excitement. I know it might seem unlikely, but Jason seems to have been more pro-Johnny, and that's even considering the fact that he basically had to steer clear of anything related to the case. On several occasions, the actor has been asked about his stance on the case, and he has almost always chosen not to comment on it. However, his actions after the verdict was passed tell a different tale. Almost immediately, it was revealed that Johnny had won, and he posted a statement of appreciation. Momoa followed up by liking said post and immediately following Johnny on Instagram. This already says everything about his view of the whole case, but what makes the fact that she might not be part of the film funny is that it was all by her hand. If you've been following the news about Amber since the trial, you'd know that she got into another mess immediately after the Depp Heard case. Yup, the actress is now in court against her insurance companies. Specifically, New York Marine and General Insurance Co. filed a lawsuit against the Aquaman actress in federal court, seeking to avoid having to pay Heard after her unsuccessful defense of a defamation lawsuit brought by her ex-husband, Johnny Depp. The insurance company said in the lawsuit that it doesn't believe it has an ongoing obligation to defend Heard. Another insurance company is also providing coverage to Heard. Meanwhile, a second insurance company, Travelers, sued New York Marine for an equitable contribution toward defense expenses, according to filings in 2021 in the U.S. District Court in California. Travelers said in its complaint that New York Marine should have to pay at least half of the defense costs. The homeowner's policy Travelers issued to Heard in 2018 includes covered or potentially covered damages because of defamation and promised a defense to any lawsuit seeking such damages, according to the complaint. New York Marine denied some of the allegations and countersued, according to court filings. The case has stayed pending the resolution of the defamation case, but along the line, things change as they proceeded to argue out the case. Now, a new filing says Heard's lawyers don't want the case to proceed while she's appealing the $10 million verdict that a jury in June ordered her to pay Depp for defamation, saying the continued prosecution of these actions is prejudicial to Ms. Heard's defense. Claims involving the New York Marine and General Insurance Co.'s duty to indemnify a judgment are not ripe unless and until there is a final judgment in the Depp lawsuit. The argument from Amber's lawyers now is that she wasn't living in the United States when New York Marine sued her, and she still isn't. Therefore, this court lacks jurisdiction. Heard's new lawyers even stated that they may move for a protective order to thwart depositions that New York Marine lawyers want to conduct with the lawyers who represented Heard in Depp's lawsuit and her countersuit. They also want a hearing scheduled for November 3rd to be rescheduled to December 1st or another date convenient for the court. Well, that move seems to have cost her the already shaky spot she had in the Aquaman film, because now she will not be able to step into the US if she wants the insurance company depositions delayed, which explains why Jason Momoa has been excited. But even besides all of these insurance details, there was already speculation of big changes being made in the Aquaman film, and Amber's disappearance just makes it all the more likely. Specifically, a few months ago, speculation started to spread that Emilia Clarke, who's the favorite to play the role of Mira in the next sequel, was taking the star's position. Those assertions were made by Sil Abdul, a well-known and frequently trustworthy YouTube personality. Abdul is now providing proof to back up his claims after seeing that Amber Heard appears to be gone from Aquaman 2 reshoots. Abdul claims that everyone but Amber Heard is back on the Aquaman 2 set for new filming. He described the new Mira sequences, but he was unable to identify the actress who was playing the role during the most recent round of filming. In addition, he thinks Warner Bros. Discovery is hiding the identity of the aforementioned actress. Usually, statements like the ones Abdul frequently makes should be treated with skepticism, but in the past, the YouTube personality has been spot on with his scoops. For instance, his tip that Ben Affleck would return as Batman in the Aquaman sequel from back in July proved to be entirely true. However, the news about Amber possibly getting cut from the film isn't a huge surprise because it was actually already discussed in the trial several months back. Specifically, DC Films chief Walter Hamada stated that the studio considered dropping Amber Heard from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom due to her lack of chemistry with Jason Momoa during her trial against her ex-husband Johnny Depp, in which they were both suing each other for defamation. The actress claimed that she had to fight really hard to keep her role in the sequel and her part was ultimately pared down. She alleged that studio bosses didn't want to involve her in the film due to the negative publicity surrounding the ongoing assault allegations between the exes. Hamada denied her claims in a video deposition that aired in court. He admitted that the studio considered recasting Heard's role as Mira, but insisted this was just because of her alleged lack of chemistry with the leading man. They didn't have a lot of chemistry together, Hamada said, according to The Hollywood Reporter. The reality is it's not uncommon in movies for two leads to not have chemistry, and it's sort of movie magic and editorial. The ability to put on performances with the magic of a great score and how you put the pieces together, you can fabricate that chemistry. At the end of the day, when you watch the movie, it looks like they have great chemistry. But I just know that through the course of post-production, it took a lot of effort to get there. This one was more difficult because of the lack of chemistry between the two. Hamada also said studio executives discussed finding someone who had more natural chemistry with Momoa, but Heard ultimately was cast at the time. In addition, Hamada acknowledged that the first Aquaman still worked and test audiences rated Heard highly before its December 2018 release. He also said production went smoothly on the sequel, which is due to be released in March 2023. However, that date has now been shifted by 9 months, which basically tells you the studio is going to be reshooting a lot of scenes. And if Amber is a major character, it's only expected that she would need to be around for them to make such huge changes. But seeing as she might not be around for any of it, there's more than a likely chance that she will be forfeiting her role as Mira in the film. And judging by how excited Momoa is, it seems it might have been confirmed already. Well, the whole story had a lot of people talking on social media. One user, speaking to DC, wrote, "If you had any balls, you'll get rid of any trace of Amber Heard in the next Aquaman film. Jason deserves better, and I don't care that she may be in it for 2 minutes. She doesn't deserve the airtime after what she's done." Looking at how Momoa has reacted in recent times, it just may be that DC has finally taken the initiative. But we'll find out the truth soon enough. That's it for now, guys. Goodbye.